Okay, I am definitely going to, actually I already have changed the parameters on my station from a maximum jumps of 9, which was the default, to 0, because my very slow hauler ship that is buying energy for it just went across 3 very large sectors to buy energy at probably a savings of only 1 unit. So I went ahead and changed it to 0, since in this sector there are 3 power plants and I don't really care if I'm buying energy at a higher rate. I did make the mistake, and some of you probably caught this in the last video. I said originally I was going to put this in bad debt, which was 1 sector below Trinity Sanctum and Parented Space, but I think I got in such a rush to get this thing built once I bought the factories that I just dropped it right in Ministry of Finance. I was going to go back and reload and do this all over again, but I decided to let it play out a little bit to see how it works, and it seems to be working just fine. Once I got the station completely running with energy and everything, it only had 87,000 credits, and since then it has made quite a bit of profit. This hasn't been very long, to include buying more energy. Now of course it's at a standstill now because the ship took so long buying energy 3 sectors away. So I fixed that now as soon as he gets back, and he is almost there. He's in sector now, so as soon as he's back he shouldn't leave the sector anymore to buy energy, and that should keep this Space Weed complex running. And yeah, it looks like it's off to a really good start, so I'm definitely going to expand this as I get the funds. And I haven't been able to really keep this in stock. It's been hovering between 0 and about 40. It never really went over 80 before someone would buy it out, so this is really good. Okay, this looks interesting. A kill mission, very hard, but a 1.5 million payout, so I can't turn this down. I've got to give it a try. I may have to reload, but
incoming message.
It's about midway through.
At 10%. 20.
I'll be back when I'm there.
30.
Okay, I should have paid attention. I had to dock at a station first, and I could have jumped in the correct gate to be closer to it. And again, to confirm my question the last time this happened, the difficulty changed to trivial because, and I'm almost positive, like one poster said, my current goal in this mission is simply to dock at the station, so that is trivial. But once I get the coordinates and to do the assassination, then I'm sure this will change back to very hard. So I'll be back when it's all ready to go.
50%.
Okay, got the coordinates. It's back 60, in Ministry of Finance, and
70,
yeah, it changed back to very hard again.
90,
so for whatever reason, it wants to do it wants to reclassify your difficulty per step of the mission, which is interesting. And again, I'm taking a best guess, jumping in.
Ministry of Autopilot off. Teladi laser.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I got the wrong
Teladi
thing
trading
selected.
station. Pirate. Peregrine.
There we go. All right. Let's give it a go.
Incoming message. Pirate Harrier.
Sorry about that. Did it again. I'll be sure to put a warning in the edits, so you'll see that coming. I guess I'm talking to you post-fact, but
Nova.
yeah, I don't believe it, but
Missile
it
closing.
looks like I pulled that off. Yeah, I completed the mission when I killed him, but I think that's all of his support.
Teladi military condor.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Well, my energy hauler is almost back at the Space Weed factory. I'm going to pause capture until he gets there and then get up to speed on the factory's progress. And go save my game. Okay, the hauler just landed at my Space Weed factory and dropped off a good portion of energy. Crank this up with the SATA, and you can see he started to produce again. Both dream farms are running, and momentarily both bliss places will be running because I have enough swamp plant and energy to produce the space weed. And yeah, like I said earlier, I can't really keep this in stock, so I'm going to keep adding one bliss place and dream farm as I get the money until it looks like I can keep this relatively full. In other words, I'm meeting the demand. I'm not sure what that is. It's the first time I've done this, but I can see that it certainly looks more profitable than any of the other stations I've done in any of my games. So, all right, well, it's off and running. And normally, I cover this in the tutorials, but normally I will come under the command console orders, and I will give it the order to auto money transfer to player account. And when you do that, it'll select or have you input a number. And let's say, you know, I want them to keep buying energy. I never really need more than, I don't know, 200,000 in the station to buy enough energy at one time. So you can type in 200,000 here, and anytime the station has more than 200,000 in its account, it will deposit automatically the remainder into your account. I'm not going to do that right now because I simply want to see how much this station makes, so I'm going to leave it. Currently it's made well over 400,000. I did have 87 in it once I started, but it has been buying energy out of its own account, so it has made more than this. I'm just going to let it run for quite a while and see how much it ends up taking in, and then I'll set the orders up to auto transfer it into my account, and that'll be another source of regular income. Okay, quite a bit of time has passed since the last cut, and rather than record everything, I'm just updating you on what I've accomplished. I had a fair amount of time this weekend to spend on my game, so I've gotten a bit done. I'm pretty sure now that I'm going to try something that I've never accomplished in this game, and I want to do it before Rebirth comes out, and that is to complete the plots for the hub and the player headquarters. And in order to do that, I have to have decent standing with Boron. So in addition to building up rep with the Paranid, I'm working on my Boron rep. And I think I've found the most painless way of doing that, at least in my opinion. Since the last cut, I have captured a Falcon Vanguard while fighting off some pirates. I had him bail, got it repaired up and upgraded it. I also found an abandoned ship, the Blast Claw prototype. I just happened to be checking in on my explorer ship when he came past it, and I jumped in and captured it. So I have these two in a wing, and I have placed them in Faded Dreams, which is a Boron border sector, which I can go into safely, and it is one sector above a pirate sector. And I have put them right over the south gate. So what was happening is I was giving them the patrol sector command, and anytime a pirate ship would come in, they would head towards it, but one of the boron ships would always be there, be closer, or beat me to it and steal the kill, so I couldn't get credit. So I tried to give it defend position, and my ships would still kind of float around. So basically I said, I gave them the command to move to position. I moved them here, and then I gave them the command defend position, and it's been working like a charm. They stay by the south gate. Anytime pirate ships come through, they take them out, and my boron rep has already gone up a good 23% or so, and it's pretty much hands off. I don't have to mess with it. Okay, something else. I picked up a second Mistral Super Freighter and got the software trademark trade software Mark III and the rest of the prerequisites to get him sector trading, and put him over in Argon space, and he's already at level 8, so moving right along. And I've also expanded my Space Weed factory, so now that I have 4 bliss places and 4 dream farms. I had 3 for a while, and my hauler ship was doing just fine keeping up with the energy. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this and see if it keeps up. If not, I may add a second ship. Before ultimately making a closed loop out of this, I will probably do that eventually. There's enough asteroids in sector for me to be able to build mines and make that happen. So, and yeah, it's come close. When I had 3, the limit was only 470 some odd amount, and I came close to filling it, but it never did. It's always been selling out, and I have a standing order to deposit anything in my bank over 200,000, and it's been working pretty darn well. Now I'm really low on funds now. I'm down to 700,000, but that's because I just bought my 4th set for my Space Weed factory, which took a good chunk of change. Captured another small ship here. I've got it docked. I'm probably just going to sell that. I did pick up a Mercury Large, named it Gopher. I basically use it to run stuff, pick up things that I need. And of course my Explorer is still hacking away at mapping the universe. He's gotten quite a bit done. And I think that about sums it up. So anyways, yep, it looks like this is going to be quite a profitable factory. I'm going to continue expanding it as I get funds, and may add space fuel to the mix. We'll see.